Hello, and welcome to 360 Journalism 2026 Multimedia Storytelling Institute newscast. I'm London Jasper.
And I'm Yunus Ahmed. Today we bring you stories on youth mental health and well-being in Minnesota, sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Minnesota.
Our reporters looked at challenges young people face and efforts to support them.
We begin with a story about suicide prevention with Native American youth. After declining for 3 consecutive years, Minnesota's suicide rate increased by 4% in 2025. The impact was not felt equally per capita. Native Americans recorded the state's highest suicide rates, nearly twice the rate of any other racial or ethnic group. Janya Deeringer visited a St. Paul organization working to provide culturally responsive support and prevent suicide among Native youth.
The Young Center in St. Paul is a place where Native American youth can start their healing journey.
This room is set up so that the community can view the artwork.
Bryce Primo, or Nawagijik in Ojibwe, uses art as a way to connect with community. He is the suicide prevention coordinator at the center.
Suicide prevention is not just a very serious, crisis-oriented thing. It's when we're out there building community relationships, positive identity, or empowering youth. That's what suicide prevention is all about.
Their main center has 40 units for young adults experiencing homelessness. Support ranges from permanent supportive housing to culturally responsive care.
Culture is one of the most important things for suicide prevention in the American Indian community. There's been study after study showing that when we introduce more cultural prevention methods into American Indian community, the stronger it can get.
Bryce leads the American Indian Metro Suicide Prevention Coalition, which started about 2 years ago. There are about 30 members. Tasha Just is part of the coalition that provides resources, information, and hosts events to build positive community relationships.
I really engulfed myself into community and had aunties around me, and that is what healed me.
I've learned a lot about myself working with the youth. It feels really good to give them a space to feel seen or heard.
Shanana Sakoti uses theater as a way of healing in community.
That's really rewarding to me because I know what it feels like to be overlooked.
Bryce Primo says he wants others in community to know that they are not alone.
There is a community that loves and cares about you, and we are here for you day and night. We have so many caring people out here.
For 360 Journalism, I'm Janya Deeringer.
Vaping is common in our communities. The visibility can make it feel harmless or normal, especially to teenagers. Flavored products make tobacco use even more appealing to young people. But health advocates say the risk of dependency and health issues should not be overlooked. Here's Amin Saeed with the story.
The first time I ever vaped, I think I was probably 10 or 11.
Anna Powers vaped out of curiosity at a young age when she stumbled upon a vape in her mom's makeup bag.
Because it was kind of mom's vaping, maybe it's okay, it's not that big a deal.
Influenced by her mom, she became more experimental with vaping.
My favorite flavor, I gotta say blue raspberry. And that is coming from my inner child because I like it because it's nostalgic, blue raspberry slushies from the gas station,
Alex Eberhardt with the Association of Non-Smokers Minnesota says flavored e-cigarettes are marketed towards a younger audience to be more appealing.
It's like walking into a candy store. You walk into a vape shop and it's oh, what flavor candy do I want today? But instead it's, a vape.
You see the flavors and it's not all coffee. It's bright colors and fruity flavors and candies. So, I think that also just makes it a little more intriguing or makes you want to test it out.
Today, tobacco products have been normalized. You see it everywhere, including social media.
Doja Cat was seen vaping on her TikTok live, and people are using Zins, and they're called Zinfluencers. And we know that people are constantly on their phones and seeing that and digesting that information. And so when you see that and you think that's normal.
Molly Schmitsky is advocating to ban flavored tobacco products.
Especially around ending the sale of flavored commercial tobacco products. We know our young people are the best messengers when it comes to some of this information.
I need to be careful because is this worth getting addicted to? Is it that good?
For 360 Journalism, I'm Amin Saeed.
Eating disorders are often portrayed as conditions that affect girls. That can prevent boys from recognizing symptoms, asking for help, and receiving an accurate diagnosis. Here's JJ Moore with the story.
About 1 in 10 people will experience an eating disorder in their lifespan. Eric Pothen is familiar with eating disorders. He is a coach for men with eating disorders and has been in recovery for 8 years.
There's still a lot of stigma around eating disorders as well. And so it led me to receive my coaching certificate to be an eating disorder recovery coach.
While people often think eating disorders mainly affects women, men are affected too. Dr. Jillian Lampert is an expert from the Emily Program, a nonprofit organization that focuses on eating disorders.
We know about 40% of people with eating disorders are males. Interestingly, only about 10% of people who get treatment are males. When males come in for care, a lot of the pieces that they say sort of prevent them from accessing care earlier relate to stigma or lack of awareness.
Social media is one of the main places where people pick up these stigmas and stereotypes. The latest trend is looks maxing, where influencers try to maximize their physical attractiveness through exercise, diet, and supplements, often by encouraging unhealthy behaviors.
Looks maxing is huge right now, and it's influencing a lot of young boys and men to engage in some pretty unhealthy behaviors.
Eric Pothen helps men recognize unhealthy behaviors by identifying the challenges they face and encouraging them to embrace themselves.
Really, just create that space for them to recognize what they're struggling with isn't abnormal, says nothing about their masculinity. It takes one person to really open that door and to get you more comfortable sharing your story and receiving the help that you need. Does not mean you're weak, you're still a man, but do this for you and know it says nothing about you as an individual.
For 360 Journalism, I'm JJ Moore.
Young people are using a variety of tools to express their emotions and manage stress and anxiety or other mental health challenges. One approach is art therapy, which uses a creative process to help people communicate feelings that may be difficult to express with words. King Primus with the story.
The Twin Cities Boys and Girls Club has been providing art therapy services since 2025. They provide supplies and a workbook and kits called The Art of Being Me, alongside one-on-one therapy sessions. The goal? Encouraging people to write, draw, paint, and create pieces of art that reflect their emotional states. Art therapist Brianna Bezick says emotions are difficult to articulate, and art can help people express their emotions easier.
Art is a reflective process, so people are constantly learning, growing, and it really is something that's unique because a lot of times our experiences in life we don't have words for.
Bezick isn't alone in embracing a more visual form of emotional expression. As demand for mental health care rises across the United States, data shows that art therapy has undergone an explosion in popularity. Better technology and improved research and access has allowed individuals to take control of the treatment, says Dr. Jeremiah Shemp, a professor at Concordia University, St. Paul.
Different types of services, be it if it's art therapy, if it's traditional therapy, if it's virtual, remote, if it's family therapy, however people can connect and whatever is most helpful to them.
For Bezick, art therapy can look very different for each person in each session.
Great thing about art therapy is that, one session doesn't always look the same. I think just as individuals, we all are different and unique and all have different needs, and even as individuals, those needs are always kind of changing.
But Bezick believes that growth happens even when materials are put away.
I would hope that an individual comes away from a session feeling a little bit better than they did when they came in. Good morning!
For art-based healing in the Twin Cities, Bezick notes that canvases is only half the picture.
And that's the great thing too about art therapy is you do not have to be an artist to benefit from the process.
For 360 Journalism, I'm King Primus.
Minnesota teenagers are reporting serious challenges to their mental health. Since 2016, measures of positive mental well-being have declined among teens across the state, prompting advocates to call for greater awareness and action. Jason Lennox, the founder of the One Arrow Group, is using his own recovery journey and long-distance walk to draw attention to the human impact of the mental health and addiction crisis. Legend Primus has the story.
We're in Duluth.
Jason Lennox is on a road trip of sorts in northern Minnesota. He's been at it for 2 weeks and has gone about 300 miles, all on foot.
First week was a little bit lonely after the first few days. Hot, I'll say 80% of the time. Felt like I was walking in excruciating pain.
Why go through all the pain? Lennox is raising awareness and money for children's mental health. He's calling it the Recovery Road. He's planning to be out for more than 3 months and to walk the entire perimeter of Minnesota, a total of 1,776 miles. Lennox knows all about stigma because he is in recovery from substance use disorder himself.
I went through my own struggles as a young child with mental health and not wanting to live and not wanting to be here. And when I was 12, I started getting into drugs and alcohol, and it all culminated in an overdose. Behavioral health services saved my life.
I mean, this is all about saving lives.
Melissa Mikkonen is a mental health counselor. She's planning Lennox's route and the stops along the way where he can talk to people. She says creating community is key.
I truly believe as a therapist that nobody gets well alone. We all need community and we all need help.
Mikkonen explains the walk is in honor of Kenzie Mae Leonardo, an 11-year-old from New Richland, Minnesota, who died by suicide last year.
We want people to know who she was, to really put a face and a name, that this is more than just a concept, these are lives.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 1 in 5 high school students has considered attempting suicide, and 40% dropped regular activities because of feelings of sadness or hopelessness. Lennox says spreading awareness through conversation and connection makes it all worth it.
Having these conversations allows me to share a little bit, and then all of a sudden somebody goes, I can relate to that a little bit, and then all of a sudden they're sharing with their people, and then their people start sharing, and everybody all of a sudden goes, you know what, we're not too unlike each other.
For 360 Journalism, I'm Legend Primus.
Child abuse can have lasting effects on a person's safety and mental health. Many survivors suffer in silence. One local organization is creating a safe, trauma-informed environment where children and families can seek support, healing, and justice. Vision More reports.
On the corner of 10th Avenue and East 25th Street in Minneapolis, this small house is a beacon of hope.
So this is our family services lobby.
Chrissy Shannon leads Corner House. Since 1989, it's been a place of safety and comfort for children and families impacted by child abuse.
And it's such a common thing that happens, and it creates such trauma that can ripple through generations and really affect families.
According to the CDC, 1 in 7 American children experience abuse.
I don't want anyone to be freaked out by the camera.
Behind closed doors, Corner House staff carry out forensic interviews with young victims, a delicate step that used to be handled by police investigating allegations of abuse.
And as you can imagine, that's scary for kids if you're not trained on how to talk to kids.
There is no shortage of demand for this kind of help, but Shannon says resources are limited.
I would say we have more work to do in Minnesota. We only have 14 children's advocacy centers, so there's parts of our state where kids can't get to a center like ours to get support.
At Corner House, the mission is carried out by a small team with the help of therapy dogs, such as Stuffy, an effort that is all hands and all paws on deck.
Yeah, he's awesome. The kids love him, as you can imagine.
For 360 Journalism, I'm Vision More.
These stories show that mental health is not only a single issue, it's connected to culture, identity, addiction, trauma, body image, and the resources available to young people.
They also show the importance of listening to youth, reducing stigma, and connecting with a support community before you reach a crisis.
Thank you for joining us for 360 Journalism's 2026 Multimedia Storytelling Institute newscast, sponsored by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Minnesota.
For the entire 360 Journalism team, I'm London Jasper.
And I'm Yunus Ahmed. Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.